There's a new government rule that's about to ask a really tough question. Is your college degree actually paying off? Today, we're going to unpack a policy that could totally change the price and maybe even the value of that diploma. It's a question on pretty much everyone's mind these days, and for a really good reason. For decades, right, a college degree was seen as the ticket to a better career and, of course, higher pay. But as that price tag just keeps climbing, that guarantee is starting to feel, a little shaky. Get a load of this number. 128%. That's how much the average cost of college has skyrocketed in the last 60 years. And that's even after adjusting for inflation. We're talking about a massive, massive increase in the financial weight on students and their families. And here's where it gets kind of weird. Despite paying more than ever before, recent graduates are actually facing a tougher job market. I mean, look at this. The unemployment rate for recent grads has actually climbed above the national average. So let me get this straight. You're paying more for a degree that, at least right out of the gate, might make it harder to find work? Oof. Okay, so this is the exact problem that lawmakers are trying to get a handle on. Because of these trends, a whole new set of federal rules has been created, and they set up a totally new way to measure the economic value of a college program. At the very heart of this big change is something called the earnings test, and it's actually a pretty simple idea. It's a financial checkup. If a college program keeps churning out graduates who can't earn more than a typical high school graduate, then the government is going to stop providing federal student aid for that program. Simple as that. So how exactly is this all going to work? Well, it all comes down to passing one simple test. This really lays it all out. It's a straight-up comparison. The Department of Education is literally going to look at a program's graduate earnings and compare that to the median salary of high school grads in the same state. If the college grads on the left aren't making more money than the high school grads on the right, well, their program fails the test. Now, this isn't happening tomorrow. The government is going to start tracking all of this data during the 2026-27 school year. But the first real consequences, where a program could actually lose access to federal student loans, that won't kick in until the 2028-29 school year. But hold on, this earnings test isn't the only change. This new law is a pretty comprehensive overhaul of the whole federal financial aid system. There are several other big things happening alongside this one. This chart really nails the shift in thinking. The old system was all about student loan defaults. If too many of a school's grads just stopped paying their loans, the school could get in trouble. But the new system adds this completely different metric. What are the graduates actually earning? So now it's not just about whether students can pay their bills, but whether their degree is giving them a real financial boost. So what else is changing? Well, they're lowering the caps on federal loans, they're expanding Pell Grants to cover shorter certificate programs, and they're giving colleges the power to limit borrowing from majors that just aren't performing well. But, and this might be the most important thing for students, it's creating a ton of new transparency. All this data will be public, so you can see which programs are failing the test before you even decide to apply. That's a game changer. So what does this all mean for the future of college? I mean, for students, for the schools, what's the big picture here? The whole idea behind this law is pretty straightforward. It's about protecting both students and taxpayers. The goal is to stop pouring money, whether it's from student loans or government grants, into educational programs that just don't deliver a clear return on that investment. And that leaves us with a really critical question, doesn't it? Is tying a degree's value directly to salary the right way to fix higher education? Or could this new focus on earnings end up pushing students away from super important but lower paying fields, like, say, teaching or social work? Could it actually limit the options for the next generation? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.